The copyright going now.
No, we're gonna dual stream.
Okay.
Pull them down.
What about Evan?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Kimrick's Project for tabletop content and stuff. I stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Usually got little projects we're working on over there. So yeah.
Did you see my comment?
Yeah, I saw you misspelled my name and I made fun of it.
Wait, how did you misspell Evan?
I think I called him Even.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because I was typing at the convention and I did it quick and I was watching the video when I was eating.
Yeah, I said I've known this man for years, still can't spell my name right.
Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you guys then.
Fuck Mario Sunshine.
Goodbye.
All right, we got our first donation from Scott Woodford. CM Punk gone. Muda. Wait, Muda was at the WWE pay-per-view? Bullshit. I didn't watch it yet. What the fuck was Muda? Why was Muda there? No, Punk being gone is not a work. I can tell you all that right now. Goodbye, MVG. Fucking British fuck. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Brian? What's up, Noah? What's up,
I gotta
Agent?
bounce, guys. I'm exhausted
no,
from
you're
watching
good.
the show.
I didn't expect you to be here, so you're fine. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. Shout outs to the RGT peeps. Love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Except
RGT,
for Callan Shaw.
Except for Callan Shaw. No, he's okay. RGT, you're the man. John, you're the man. Even, you're the man. Randall, you're awesome too, dude.
Thank you.
All
You're the best,
take it
OJ.
No, you guys are way better than me. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
See you, OJ.
I have to. What was a game like Contra, but for NES? It started with Max, kind of like a Punisher game before the arcade game. Max.
What?
Oh, he's in front. Why? I thought he was in the fucking. I thought Muda was in the fucking ring or something like that. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Though. What's up, Hustle and Motivate? What's up, Fish Fan? Am I surprised about CM Punk getting let go? No. I've been saying they should have fired him after the media thing. Like, he's a fucking... If there's constantly problems around you and you're always involved in them, you're probably the source of the problem. I say probably because nothing in life is definitive. But there's definitely a problem. Oh, yeah, Lydia. I did see. Can you see me now, or is it still cut off where John is showing? I got a complaint last week, John, about the after
what
show.
did I do?
The way it was set up, people were looking at you and they couldn't see me and they weren't happy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Punk is his own worst enemy. Like, he's a fucking clown. He's a fucking child. And it's like, dude, you made it. You know, it's so funny because his shtick used to always be, I'm not about the politics and all this bullshit. And if you watch like his old shoot interviews from like RF Video, fuck Rob Feinstein, but you watch his RF Video stuff, he's become everything he's hated. And for some reason, he doesn't realize it. For some reason, he doesn't realize it. Yeah. You're married, you have a hot wife, you got millions of dollars, everyone knows your name. You did it. You're not the underdog anymore. You've made
Sean,
it.
you just beer? Oh.
Huh? No, I'm here.
Okay,
You like stop talking.
Yeah, you just cut out for
really?
a while. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm sure you made a good point.
That's fucking encouraging. Wishbone car update. Let's go, boys. Keys have been found.
You found them?
I didn't find them.
Oh.
I
mean, you know where they are now, though.
Well, yeah, the house cleaners came. And I was like, hey, do me a favor. See if you find a set of keys. And the lady just looked at me, and she was like, Manuela, because I guess she didn't speak English. And then the other girl came over. I was like, do me a favor. See if you can find a set of keys. There's 3 keys on it. And she was like, okay. And I ordered a pizza, and I had to go grab the pizza because the delivery came. And when I went up there, Manuela was like, oh, I found your keys. I was like, where the fuck were they? I have been searching for these keys for a month, for literally a month. They were inside of a beanie hat that was inside of a basket on one of my kitchen counters. And I looked. The funny thing is, I've looked in that basket 100 times for the keys because that's where I would usually keep them. I never thought to look inside the beanie.
Wow.
And she fucking found them.
Wow.
Jeff D with a $10 dono. Let's go. With the Metal Gear Remastered controversy, Suikoden delay, and Silent Hill, is Konami back asking for a friend? No, they are not. They are not. They are not. I've always said Konami needs to prove themselves. You can announce all the games in the world, and, you know, that's great. But if you're making shitty versions of those games, like, I wish the internet was a big thing when Capcom completely fell off and they were making dog shit in like the early 2000s and stuff like that. And everyone hated Capcom. Everyone thought they were going to go out of business. Because I would have just liked to have seen the reaction to that. But no, Konami is not back. Getting some lag. Okay, it should be fixed. Hold on. Okay, I'm behind. Scott Woodford, loving Starfield so far as well. I'm just waiting for it to drop on Game Pass. I'm not paying no $30 to play it.
The 6th.
But you're a millionaire YouTuber though.
No, I am not. I'm a poor, smelly man. DC Fat Cat.
But wait, hold on. How could number one Xbox YouTuber RGT85 not have a video out about Starfield? When it's, you know, I mean,
I made a video about the reviews.
Okay, because you are number one Xbox YouTuber RGT85.
Correct.
So.
Correct. DC Fat Cat, member of the Army for 13 months, $150 to make my 2,404 days of Essential to Premium. Talking about PlayStation? I'm confused, DC Fat Cat. Explain it to me.
Read it again?
$150 to make my 2,404 days of Essential to Premium.
Because they've stacked a bunch of days on top of each other.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what, like 7 years, 6 years?
It's a
So
lot.
yeah, you're good. We'll all be dead by then, probably. Devil Cookie with $2 Canadian. What are my thoughts on Microsoft buying Disney, guys? Rand, is Microsoft buying Disney?
Why would Microsoft want to buy Disney? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. That's kind of weird.
I thought the rumor was is that Apple wanted to buy Disney or something.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the rumor?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Apple has them. They can do whatever they want. So
Spooky Murakami with a $5 donation. Is it misleading to be sponsored and essentially sneak/throw an ad into a video? Do sponsors pay up front? By all means, secure the bag, though. I'm assuming you mean like a sponsored dedicated spot, because there's two types of sponsors. There is like 60-second roll sponsors with like your HelloFresh and all those, and then there's sponsored game videos. If I ever do a sponsored game video, within the first minute, I verbally say it's a sponsored gameplay video, and a message pops up in the corner that at the start of the video that says there's paid promotion for the video, because that's what you have to do according to the FTC. So no, as long as you're doing everything by the book, it's fine. Are there people that do things not by the book? Yes, but I can't speak on that because I don't fuck around with that. Like, you know, as far as paying up front, no, but you sign contracts. You sign legal binding contracts. So if I do a video for X company and they don't pay me, you know, then I've never had a situation where I never got paid. Let's just say that.
I've had situations where they've taken 5 months to pay.
Yes, sometimes it does take a little while, but it's almost like surprise money, because then you're kind of like, what the fuck is this? And then you're like, oh, okay. But a lot of companies are pretty good, usually within 30 to 60 days. But it also depends on how many clients they had. And I'm going to tell you guys right fucking now, from September to December, everyone's going to be getting sponsored videos, because there's so many fucking games coming out right now that companies are going to be jockeying for a position to get their game publicity. Because you got to remember, we are not the average people. The people on this panel, some of you guys watching, we are not the average consumer. The average consumer is buying 2-3 games for the rest of the year. So these companies are going to be fighting. And I am happy about that, because I'm going to make some motherfucking money. Dex, $1.99. My first about the NES game. Huh? What? What first? What NES game? Enlighten me. Sean Hamilwright, member of the RGT Army for 2 months. Any Gma eats or Tinder dates? Good to have Rand on. I didn't see my grandma this past week. I am going over there Wednesday, however, because it's one of my cousin's kids' birthdays, and they're going over there. Because my cousin kind of lives... It's kind of funny. Fuck you, John. It's kind of funny, because, like, she doesn't live that much further from my grandparents' house than I live, but nobody goes to her house, because it's kind of, like, out in the cut. And, like... Everyone's like, she's like, oh, I'm having something at my house. Everyone's like, if I'm having something at my house, everyone will come. Even other people that I didn't even invite.
I have a friend like that. He got robbed twice at gunpoint in his own house. We tend not to go over there.
Well, I mean, no, she has a nice house. Like, it's a nice house in a nice neighborhood. It's just kind of out in the cut, like the valley area. It's very hilly and stuff. There's not a lot of like spark and variety out there. Where are we at here? Scrolling down. Yo Peeps with a $10 donation. Appreciate you, Yo Peeps. Do you think they'll add ads to lower tiers of the subscription services like Netflix? Yes, I do. Peacock. Well, it's not my Peacock, technically. It might be a friend's. But I use Peacock a lot. And my friend is a cheap person, and he has the ads. And these things are so fucking invasive. It is ridiculous. The only reason I use Peacock is because I like to watch the wrestling stuff. And it's so ridiculous, like how the ads aren't based on how long you've been watching, but they're based on like if you're watching a television show. So think about like when you're watching a television show. The ads are always going to happen, you know, like 5 minutes into the show, 12 minutes into the show, so on and so forth. But they do that same model with Peacock. So if I am watching if I'm watching the end of a WWF Superstars from 92 or something like that, and I click out and I go do something else, and then the next day I resume where I was watching, if I didn't watch the full ending of it and go into the next episode, it'll play an ad after like 10 seconds of the show ending and then going, like, it's so annoying. It's like, fucking Christ. Is a series S worth buying for Starfield? Brand? What are we thinking?
I mean, I haven't used it. John did, I think, but I want to say Digital Foundry said it ran pretty good on the Series S.
Fish Fan, member of the RGT squad for 7 months. Thanks for hosting another banger of an after show. Also, mad props to Spawnway for another great show as well. Fuck John. Jesus Christ, Corey McIntyre. We know Corey McIntyre around here as Jesus Christ, because whenever he does a donation, it's always Jesus Christ worthy. Corey McIntyre with $200 Canadian. Christmas came early, RGT. Corey, I'm always at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. I'm not used to people, like, when people do nice things for me, I'm always like, what does this person want? Just because that's how my life has always kind of, I'm not trying to get like emotional here, but like, that's just kind of how my life has been. Like, you're a fucking maniac, dude. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say, but thank you so much, brother. If you ever need anything, hit me up. Shout outs to Corey. Hashtag Corey in the chat. Johnny R. $5 dono. What? Go on.
The long play to get your kidney.
Hey. Do you need both of them? Don't you have 2 kidneys? Yeah, because that episode of The Simpsons. When
you only need one.
Yeah,
need one.
Corey, take my kidney. You might not. Well, actually, I don't know. My kidneys are pretty good, actually. When they take my blood, they look at that kind of stuff. Johnny R, when are we getting RGT versus Spawn in Street Fighter 2 or 6? Maybe RGT 1v1 the whole cast. I challenged John to Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition on the Sega Genesis Nintendo Switch Online server. He never accepted. He
doesn't really play those games. That's not going to be that much of a challenge.
He does. John's a fraud, okay, and he's not here to defend himself, but I don't care. But when we did the extra show to do the GoldenEye plays, he had been talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing GoldenEye. I played it on a Switch." He didn't have a save file, and it's like, no, you haven't played this on the Switch, because if you had, you would have a save file. We wouldn't have these boring basic maps because you haven't fucking touched this version. You're like, no, I played it. Must have just not saved. Oh, my kids must have deleted it. Fraudulent. Absolute fraud. Fuck John. Yeah, 2 kidneys. Yeah, it's fine, dude. Thank you, Mikey. All right, I think we're all. I think he's a special BJ. Hey. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you all. You are all great people. Anyone who watches me, anyone who comes through. Hey, we hit 474,000 subs today. We might hit that 500,000.
When you keep on reporting on those Switch 2 leaks,
I mean, it's so funny because at the start of the video, like, I completely explain like what I do. I watch the quote unquote leak happen. I watch all these websites and all these YouTubers like dash to it, and that's fine. I understand it. But I just watch. I watch and I watch, and I gather information. I talk to some people, and it's always like, the video is right there because you can't say that I'm the one talking about it. And, during the Switch Pro stuff, sure, you could definitely say that I was the one out there championing for it. But I have learned my lesson. So I just let all the other people talk. I let all the websites run their reports, and then I talk about it. And I will just be like, hey, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, you gotta stop with this. But, what it does is it makes for easy content, and really, easy content is only second to money-making content. And thankfully, sometimes those go hand in hand. Yes, Absolute Kev. I will be playing Starfield on the 6th. I have not been... I've seen a couple reviews, but I wouldn't say I'm letting outside influence me. I'm genuinely looking forward to playing the game. Even with the problems, okay, the Slayer, that's not true. Even with the perceived problems, I should say, with the game, I'm still looking forward to it. I still think it's going to be a fun experience, and I think it's something I'm wanting to play, like a style of game that I've been wanting to play.
Yeah, I got access. Started playing one of your games you're looking forward to at the end of the year or in a couple months.
What game?
Forza Motorsport.
Oh yeah, Nate and John have it too. Oh, I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
No, I think I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they let us be like, hey, you could take a picture of the screen and share it. So.
Yeah, dude, I got a Thrustmaster wheel from Thrustmaster because I thought Forza was coming out earlier. I got this wheel like a year ago, and like I never took it out of the box because I was waiting. And then so yeah, it's funny because I asked them, I was like, hey, you know, Forza 8 coming out. This is when we still called it Forza 8. I was like, you know, if you guys could hook me up with a wheel, you know, I'd like to check one out. And they're like, yeah, sure. And they never followed up after that. Like, they sent me the wheel and that was it. Holy shit. Sataru Cursed 81 with a $49.99 dono. I wish I had sound effects, but I don't. Thank you so much. What up? Love the channel and the retro stuff. I pre-ordered the PlayStation Portal yesterday, and I'll be ordering the earbuds when they drop. Glad you and the
Sunshine.
Hey, not wrong. Glad you and the Spawncast have done this for years. Love all your channels. Good stuff. Completely off topic. Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, if the PlayStation Portal is for you and the earbuds are for you, then hey, you know what? It's for you. Me, I don't really need it. I don't know. It doesn't seem to scratch an itch that I have. But to be perfectly honest with you, the PlayStation 5 is my least played console in my house. I always say it. I will play Switch stuff for work and some enjoyment. I will play Xbox for my multiplayer games and my third-party games and multiplats. And I'll play PlayStation for the exclusives. And with kind of the drought of exclusive games, or you know, games that I would be interested in, I don't really have a reason to be playing it. Thank you for the donation, though, Sataru Cursed. You're a legend. Spooky Narukami. Narukami. Okay. Spooky Narukami with a $2 donation. Not to hate, but Starfield looks average as hell. But I mean, is it though? I don't think it looks average. I think it looks...
Opinions, man, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's fine. You can have an opinion, but I don't know. I think it looks fun. Go on.
What do you think about the whole drama about IGN 7?
I think it's, once again, it's an opinion, and I don't like you could say it's all in... My whole thing about reviews is if your words and your score match, then that's fine. You know, if you can sit there and tell me why you're giving a game a score that goes against the grain, that's great. But make sure your words, like when I'm reading your review, I should be able to have a solid guess about what your score is going to be when you score.
This game was a waste of my time, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, and it just seems like reviewers nowadays are just so all over the place. And let's be real. I'm one of the people championing for this. A 7 is not a bad game. The fact that people, you know, some of the diehard PlayStation fans are like going like, oh, an 87 or whatever. That's a shitty score. No, it's not. What planet do we live on where an 87, look, for Microsoft, an 87 of a big AAA game, that's a step in the right fucking direction after stuff like Redfall and stuff like that. Like that's what they need. They need games like Forza's probably going to score very highly as well. And then you're setting yourself up. You want competition. You want both. You want all these companies to be thriving, because the more competition there is, the more innovation, the more creativity, and the better it is for the consumer. Let me see here. Dex, $4.99 dono. I'll say it again. I super chatted earlier. Do you know the game that's like Contra for the NES, but feels like Punisher game for the arcade? Starts with Max. All right, I'm gonna look this up for you because I'm genuinely confused.
Is the game on the NES, or is he just referring to it as Contra on the NES?
Well, wait, it's that new game, the Prison Max or something. It's out on Steam. It's the Retroware game, right? I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I can look that up right now on my Telephono. Prison City? No, because that doesn't have Max in it. I don't. I'll keep thinking though. Arm Joe, $4.99. Is it just me? Can't fucking read. Is it just me, or does Sony now remind me of 2006 Sony that got really cocky with the PS3 or the PS Vita having to use proprietary SD cards? I don't think you're incorrect. And honestly, I know I'll catch some heat for this, but that's why I'm a little bit concerned about how Nintendo follows up the Nintendo Switch. Because Sony got cocky after the PS2, and the PS3 had a very rough launch. And I remember paying $500, $600 for the Metal Gear Solid 4 bundle for PlayStation 3. And that was the only reason I bought the PlayStation 3 was for Metal Gear Solid 4. And Best Buy gave me a $2,000 credit card because I was a fucking kid with no credit. And they were like, oh, yeah, here you go. But yeah, I mean, it definitely feels, even looking at the library of games that we've gotten so far, I don't think it's quite what a lot of us expected it to be as far as, I guess, the amount of titles. They've had a lot of gap fillers with exclusive games that weren't developed they're not first party, but they're developed exclusively for the PlayStation. And maybe that's just their new sort of direction that they're focusing on.
I'm going to drop a guess as to what the game is. Magmax. It's all one word, Magmax.
Now, see, I remember Magmax.
There's parts of it where you are on foot and you're like shooting stuff, but then there's also that tank part.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So maybe that's it. Magmax. Spooky Narukami, $2. I'm currently playing Mass Effect, so I'm biased. Well, yeah, I mean, Mass Effect is a great game from a Max Power. IGN gave The Outer Worlds an 8.5 out of 10, though. Okay, but you're also
different reviewers, I think.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. But see, who said it was going to be game of the generation?
I mean, some people will say Xbox fans said that it was going to be game of the generation, and so an 88 score is like.
I think it's less of Xbox fans and more of Bethesda fans. Bethesda has diehard cultists for all their games that come out.
But if it's not the company, if Todd Howard got out there and said, this is going to be the game of the generation, sure, by all means, take offense to that being said and the game getting an 87. But if it's fans, no.
86. 86 got an 86.
No, it didn't.
86 got an 86.
On what?
On Open Critic.
You could shove your Open Critic up your ass.
I saw it in the RGT85 Xbox video.
Well, that was at the time it was an 86, and it was bouncing between an 86 and an 87. Our guesstimations were made on the Metacritic score, which I was accurately right on.
Yeah, it's 88 on PC.
It's funny. I had with my buddies, I had said it was going to be an 82. Wow. So I thought it was going to review lower.
Really? Wow.
There was just some people I were talking to that were just like, I'm not feeling this game, and I was like, I thought I was going to review in the low 80s, but it didn't.
They had review copies of it?
Yeah, there was a lot. I've gotten a lot of games early, Xbox games and some third-party stuff. I've never witnessed the amount of desperation people had to find out any little thing about this game. I had people DMing me every single day asking me about it, what I thought it would score on Metacritic, what I'm hearing. I literally had 35 DMs, people just DMing me tell me about this game. So what do you I've never experienced that before.
Do you think
or people were just trying to pry information?
Do you think that some people that review games review them based more so on what they think the general opinion is going to be, more so than on what they actually feel?
Absolutely.
I
think
feel
some
the
people,
same way.
Absolutely.
I feel
I
the
think
same
so.
way.
Yeah. I think some people bend with the breeze, right? They feel it going a certain way.
Just as much as there's people out there that realize if they're contrarian, they might get more views than they normally do.
Well, it's like that jerk off on Twitter about the title screen. Fucking idiot.
That guy's still going on about
that guy's
stuff,
a
bro.
fucking
Dude, all you
moron.
have to do is link like the opening screen for WoW. It's just a login and a picture of the game in the background with a question mark. Like, what his claim to fame is just exactly what he complains against.
I'm all for people getting the bag, but seriously, like, Twitter paying out people is probably the worst thing that's going to happen on the website, because all you're going to have is a bunch of people dropping hot takes so you can get engagement and make money, and it's just you're already starting to see it.
He sure as hell ain't making money from games because he ain't made shit in the past. He's fucking Jade Raymond motherfucker. Spyro Jones, $1.99.
Technically he has, but they've all been failures. I mean, Firefall, he got voted out of by the investors. He started I think it was a Kickstarter, or he got more investors for a game called Voxel Knights, which he never put out. And like,
scammer.
He's just, and now he's been massively scamming, it seems like, tons of people for his current one, Ember, which is probably going to be not the title, and he's going to do some weird shenanigans to change it over to, I think it's called Gate Runners or something.
Because those two names kind of convey the same thing. Spyro Jones, $1.99. Any suggestions, thoughts on emulation handhelds? I actually have a video going up tomorrow about one. I mean, it's all down to your price point. I will say the Retroid Pocket 2S, which is brand new, a revision of the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. I think that thing looks really damn good.
Another one?
Yeah, but they made some substantial changes.
I feel like 3 have been announced since the last time we had an after show.
It's already out, the Pocket 2S, but they changed the button placement, and they made it better. They made better analog triggers, and it's a more powerful system. And it's only, well, there's 2 versions of it, but the $120 one is like the quote unquote higher version. But Retro Dodo? I think they have a video up on it. It's an interesting looking device. I'd like to get my hands on one. I think I got another a POW Kitty coming in as well now. I got hooked up with Keep Retro. Spooky Narukami, $2. Let's hear your longest Dreamcast guy, no breaths. I'll give you a $2 Dreamcast guy. Like, if I'm gonna pass out, I need more than $2. But Dreamcast guy. I could have went a little longer.
Almost thought there my fire alarm was going on in the house.
Why does John always make RGT angry? Because he's a piece of shit. Thoughts on Big L?
Fun.
The greatest. I love Big L. 139 in Lennox. It's a danger zone. Arm Joe, $4.99. A bit worried for Sonic Superstars. I still think it'll be good, but every time I watch it, I get a bit more weary. See, I'm the opposite. I've been loving what I've been seeing from it.
I know they're booing Tony Khan in Chicago.
Well, yeah. When he first came
It's
out,
on the timeline.
Yeah, well, when he came out, because he did an announcement to the crowd, because they're in Chicago. Oh, this is a nice question. NBA champs equal world champs. I've seen that debate happening online. I don't think you could say really it's world champions. I mean, maybe 20, 25 years ago, when yes, there was a large gap between NBA, like, yes, you had great international players, but you didn't have really great international teams. Look at the Dream Team stuff. Like, they fucking embarrass those people. But the game has evolved. FIBA has a lot of amazing players in it now and teams now. So I don't know. I mean, they're the best, but are they the best players? Are they really though, Ricky? I don't know. I don't know. Because a player can I don't know. If Shamso was here, RGC would have asphyxiated. You're not wrong. Yeah, but you say Luka's out of shape, but he's one of the fucking best players in the NBA. So No, James Morrison. The best players are on the NBA Team USA. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to Josh Hart. Spawnwave, did you see the new iPhone will have Apple's first 3 nanometer CPU in any product? M3 Max will be insane.
Ooh, M3 is... So the M1's already good. M2 is even better. The M3 is... I'm curious what it does for games, though. They have a new layer, so you can take games and basically translate it over to play on Apple Silicon. And the M2 does well. I think the M3, though, especially the video processing, is going to be pretty good. 3 Max. Although it's also going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. I am not an iPhone person, though, so not sure what to tell you.
I like my Android.
I've thought about going to iPhone recently just to see what it's all about, and because I'm accruing more Apple computers now. But
I've had one before. I had one before I had this phone, and it wasn't, it wasn't a big deal. You could do more on an Android phone.
My phone's like 2.5 years old now, so it's crossed my mind that I will eventually have to get a new phone.
Okay, but what the fuck what are you doing on your phone, John? Texting people and calling them? Yeah, you definitely need to upgrade that phone.
No, I've posted YouTube shorts and stuff from it before too.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I actually manage a lot of stuff from my phone. All kinds of stuff. Let me see. Pokemon Sleep's on here. I have not opened it yet.
Spooky Narukami. I guess my Dreamcast guy was good for them. $10. I'm going to head to the bar. Just want to say I appreciate you guys very much. Keep up the good work. Hopefully we get an FSR3 video from John soon. Also, don't neglect your Steam Decks. Good night, people. Good night, Spooky. Have fun at the bar. Don't get in any fights.
Apparently Starfield runs all right on this Steam Deck.
I thought about maybe checking it out on the ROG, because I've been playing my ROG a lot lately.
Somebody, you guys loving this handheld resurgence?
I am. I'd see.
Yeah.
I prefer the ROG so much more because it's a computer, and I know my way around a computer. Whereas with the Steam Deck, you got to go into like the other mode and stuff. I'm like, I like my ROG, man. That thing is great. Better screen.
They just need to update. They just need to update it more.
What do you mean?
Like the Steam Deck, like slaps that thing around at lower wattage, even though it shouldn't.
Who cares about? What do I care about wattage?
No, I'm talking about the lower wattage with frame rate and battery life.
It has better. The Steam Deck has better frame rates
at the lower wattage modes. Yes,
I don't use lower wattage modes. I want maximum wattage. Maximum. I want to,
but you don't need it all the time.
All of the electricity out of the earth just for me. Power efficiency. That's like when Amazon's like, "Oh, you want to wait a day for this package so it's less stops to your house?" No, I don't. Get out of here.
Sean's the one paying more to make him circle around the block a couple times.
Hell yeah. What about the Lenovo Legion Go? John's trying to hype me up for it. It looks pretty good. So that's how I know
it does look cool. Did you see that video? Did you see the video Dave did?
No, Dave who?
Dave 2D. You didn't see the video? It's kind of
Dave 2D. Like I'm supposed to know who that is.
It covers a lot of the tech stuff.
Dave 2D?
Yeah, he makes good videos.
Why wouldn't he go into the third dimension?
He has stuff that I'm not doing necessarily. Like the Apple stuff, that kind of thing. Like I'll still pay attention to it because I'm curious what Apple does. But he did a pretty good video on it, just kind of showing off some of the stuff.
Oh, so he did
a video initially. Yeah, he did a video on the ROG Ally early too.
I did one on the ROG Ally early too. Did you?
Yeah, they did prototype.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm watching it on my phone because he seems like the type that would copyright claim me.
The thing that I thought was really interesting was the right controller that attaches can turn into a mouse. I thought that was interesting.
It looks so much like a Switch. No, he's a
massive looking device though.
Yeah, it's just way too beefy. Like that's not a handheld. Like I guess in the loosest sense.
The kickstand looks like it works well too.
But it's like $700, isn't it? $800, something like that.
I think it's me 800, I believe.
It's way bigger than a Steam Deck.
It's definitely bigger than a Steam Deck, yes.
It's bigger than the ROG. Like, no, this is silly.
Yes, it is.
This is silly. Like, okay, it's interesting, but it's yeah. I'm not rushing out to buy it. If they want to send me one, I'll take a look at it. If
there you go.
So if you're listening, Lenovo,
send me one.
No, don't send John anything.
Don't worry about RGT or Sean.
John will just take it apart.
I will. There have been a couple companies that I feel like was like, I don't know. Lenovo seems like one. It might be like that.
Hold on.
Xbox has no problem.
I got a risque picture. I have to respond.
What? What are you talking about? You're on Tinder? You're streaming.
No, I'm not. I'm talking to someone on my phone, and they sent me a good picture. I don't want to be rude. I like the handheld resurgence, but I also feel like we're getting a little bit into oversaturation stuff.
I could see that.
I don't have a background picture. My background picture is nothing. It's default Samsung gradient with clouds in it.
Yeah, well, Liza P. We put that on the ROG. See how that does.
No. I will play the game that did not get a segment tonight, which I was not happy about. The biggest release of this past week.
Mm-hmm.
WWF Legends Challenge 64. The most impressive ROM hack in history.
What? What?
John, you ever heard running commentary in an N64 game? No. Have you seen an N64 game take the No Mercy engine and bring it to new heights? No. No, you haven't. There's been great mods out there. Showdown 64. Great mod. I enjoy it. They didn't fucking add in... Well, they did add some new match types in there.
It's 160 gigabytes for Starfield. Wow. Well,
that's big.
That's going to be downloaded for a while on this ROG. Guess I'll go plug it in.
Blasphemous 2 is a game that should have been marketed better. They should have.
Oh no, 117. Why did it say 160?
They should have been handing out bags for that. Wait, are you not playing Starfield on Xbox?
No, I have it on the Series S. I have it on the X.
Oh,
and then I'm putting it on the ROG right now.
What color series do you have?
It's the black 1 terabyte model.
Oh, you can talk about it?
Yeah, September 1st, I believe, is when people were posting. Okay. I did a video checking it out inside the system and all this.
N64 has 0 good games. I should ban you. N64 has amazing games. Well, get on camera. Show it off.
I will.
You know what my favorite game is from the 64 era?
WWF No Mercy, WCW NWO Revenge, WCW
WCW NWO Revenge. Dude, we used to play. That's how we actually got back into wrestling. Like, we all kind of fell out, me and my friend group, and then because I was in high school at the time. Monday Night Wars were like I graduated high school in '99, right?
Right.
So my first job I had was at KFC, and every night they would throw away the unused food. And every night I was working, I just grab all this chicken, the biscuits, chicken fingers, and we'd go over to my buddy's house. We'd watch Raw and Nitro on the 2 screens next to each other, and then we'd play WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Now, see, if you give me
every night,
if you give me vanilla N64 games, no hacks or mods or anything, and you're like, what's the best wrestling game? I will always pick WCW NWO Revenge, because even though No Mercy has more stuff to it, I prefer... we'll make you big here, John. Hold on. I just prefer like the roster so much more. So much more in Revenge. And I still play it all the time. But this is like a crazy ROM hack, because people don't really do mods for Revenge because WCW, I mean, No Mercy, it has more moves in it. You know, you could do like running grapples and stuff like that. You couldn't do that.
I do like the matte black is better. I think it's just a more subtle look in the Entertainment Center. It's the same exact black as the Series X. So, but it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's a nice little system. It's just the Series S, 1 terabyte. That's all. Like, that's it.
Good to see John accepting black console. John
I already had the Series X. I already had 2 of them.
John holding the bigger, blacker version.
No, it's the same size technically.
Yeah, it's got a bigger hard drive.
It's the heart that counts.
So there we go. There was John showcasing his new big black toy. But yeah, this No Mercy mod, it's basically high resolution textures. It's from the golden era of wrestling. So like 87 to 91-ish roster of WWF. They have running commentary in it. You can only play it on Project 64, but they have running commentary in it. The steel cage is the big blue bar steel cage. They made it so that you can now escape through the door, which is a brand new feature for it. They have a coffin match for Undertaker where the table outside of the ring is now a coffin. And when you beat down your opponent enough and they get into danger, the coffin will open up and you could throw them in there. It's so fucking cool, man. Like, I've been playing it. I have it on like literally 4 different things in my house. I have it on my work computer. I have it on a mini PC that I have down here. I have it on a mini PC that I have upstairs, and I have it on my ROG Ally. And I think I like playing it best on the ROG Ally because I can just sit back and play it. Is a Series S worth the money? I never got one.
You had one. You gave it away.
I sold it.
You got rid of it. Number 1 Xbox YouTuber.
Number 1
that
Xbox
Series
YouTuber.
S to the curb.
Hey, I prefer my premium Series X. John, you've had multiple Series S's.
I did. Yeah, I did. I have the black one now. I gave the white one to a friend so they could experience the world of Xbox. Because I'm a giving Xbox YouTuber.
Number 1 Xbox YouTuber's Spawnwave?
There it is. Say, Sean.
Nah, he's a fraud. Liar, a cheat, and a swindler.
What?
Although if they do another, they should do another bundle. Because the reason I bought the Series S last year, it was the exact same time, was because you could get the digital deluxe version of NBA 2K23, which was $100. And I was like, well, fuck yeah! Like, I'm gonna buy the game at $70 anyways. But now I get it for free with this system, and then I just downloaded it on the Series X and never opened up the Series S. But if they did another deal like that where they gave away like certain games and stuff, I would pick one up.
Let's see.
Like, for sure.
What should I make the title, Sean?
Of what?
The video.
Was it the Series S?
Yeah.
Do you have some thing that you think is amazing? Here's what no one told you about the new Xbox Series S or something like that.
There's a Microsoft Insight.
Xbox
I mean, there's
Series S,
there's a Master
blacker.
Chief helmet inside the system.
There's a what?
Master Chief helmet inside the system.
Is there really?
Tune in tomorrow to find out.
I fucking hate you.
It's probably stenciled on the side of a chip.
Tune in tomorrow to find out.
I mean,
yeah, there's one in the system. Yeah, there
pretty,
is.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
There it is. I realized it's been 3 years. Yeah, just about. Maybe lost 3 years since the Xbox Series S came out. That is crazy.
Yeah, John. Sure has.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. This generation's flying by, and I'm still like, where are the games?
What's impressed you, Sean?
Nothing. Gran Turismo 7 virtual reality mode.
Oh, that's the one, huh? Man.
Yes, I did play pro wrestling on the NES. Starman, Amazon. It's a good game. It's fun. I remember the first time I played it, this family that went to my grandma's... Shut up. This family that went to my grandma's church. They used to adopt like a lot of kids. and they had like 7 or 8 kids, and one of them was named PJ. And I went over there to play one day, and PJ, like they had like a little den that was like off to the side, and he had an NES, and that's the first time I played pro wrestling. Rand, are you on Weapon Wheel tomorrow?
No, I believe I'm on Weapon Wheel on next week.
Did PJ have a bear? No. He was a drummer.
What? Dude, a bear.
X-Trash lost to King Nintendo's drunk at the bar. You should get up with No, it wasn't a Catholic church.
What?
Somebody said to keep the priest away. It wasn't a Catholic church. You should get up with Spooky Narukami. They just went to the bar. You can meet up soon. We're gonna wrap things up at 12. So if you got any final questions, feel free to get them in. Got about 5 minutes left. Kind of want to go play a little. Look at that! A little working out lately, huh? Lifting a little weight, huh? Got a little
What are you
muscle.
talking about, Sean?
Flexing. You're not watching on camera?
No. What are you doing? You're flexing on camera. Okay, here you go, Sean.
A little something there, huh?
Good job.
X-Trash lost to King Nintendo with $2 dono. Drunk at the bar right now. What's up, RPG69? You're not wrong. You're not. 24-inch Python's not wrong. How's the emulation PC? Actually, exclusive. So Hyperkin, not Hyperkin, Jesus Christ, Kinhank. I don't know why I said Hyperkin. Kinhank, who we've done. We did one of their devices that was a game console, and we did the hard drive, which I like the hard drive much more. They were working on a new device that's essentially what it is it's a mini PC that you can use as a mini PC, but it's preloaded, so you don't need an external hard drive with a retro game operating system. And I'm going to be the first person to review it. It just came in yesterday, so think of it as like an all-in-one solution. So if you wanted a mini PC and you wanted it to use it for emulation, but you didn't want to go out there and buy and get all the ROMs or get an external hard drive and, mess around with that stuff, this is an all-in-one self-contained unit that its primary focus is going to be for the emulation, but you can also access Windows 11 on. I'm the only person they've sent it to so far.
Oh.
So, yeah, I got to get... Yeah, I'm going to be messing around with it tomorrow. I don't know, football starts tomorrow, doesn't it?
No, it's next weekend.
Oh, so then, yeah, I will start it.
Well, technically it starts Thursday, but yeah.
I'll start messing around with it tomorrow, but I'm very excited. Because I legit told them, I was like, look, all right, if you want to make a good system, if you want to make something that stands above the crowd, take my advice. And I gave them advice about what I feel people would want. And so I guess we'll see. We'll see if it says it plays. I've looked at the specs of it. It's not going to do PS3. It's not going to do Xbox 360, but I believe it's like $320. So, for that price, everything all inclusive, I wouldn't necessarily expect that sort of stuff. But I don't know, maybe it could run it based on the specs. But it says it has PS2 on it, Wii on it, and then, of course, everything down from that. So I'm very excited to check out
RGT the advisor now.
To check out that device. Sent me a controller. It comes with a controller too. The controller doesn't look too bad. Am I going to do an emulation device tier list? Probably around the holidays. I feel like I'm accumulating enough devices where I could do something like cheap, middle, premium. I don't know, like, it doesn't come pre-installed with Wii U. It doesn't come pre-installed with Xbox 360, but that doesn't mean we're not going to try it, people. Like, of course we're going to try it. We gotta look at it from the build perspective as it comes, and then we can tinker around with it. I got that shit. I have a 10 terabyte external hard drive. I got plenty of Xbox 360, plenty of PlayStation 3, plenty of Wii U on that sumbitch. Thoughts on Jimmy Buffett passing away? Did he do the Rainforest Cafe? Was that his thing?
I don't know.
I didn't like the band. I didn't like the Whistle, oh my God, Margarita. Oh no, he had Margaritaville. Who's the Rainforest Cafe guy? I mean, you know, it was always just like weird white people music to me, and so I never really enjoyed it. And I always thought, you know, it was Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band, but they like weren't potheads. And I know like coral reefs, but I was a kid and I never really put two and two together. I was like, why? Where's the reefer? You know, you're not like Grateful Dead. I think Grateful Dead sucks too, and like their fans are weird. Like I wish I had fans, like diehard fans like that. I remember we used to go to this Italian restaurant in Connecticut, or not in Connecticut, when I lived in North Carolina, and my dad became really good friends with the owners and stuff like that. They used to sell fake watches and stuff too. It was weird. But anyways, they had this employee who looked a lot like Rob Van Dam. Like he had this long ponytail, and he was serving us one night. He was like, "Oh, I'm not going to see you guys for a while." And we're like, and my dad was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm going traveling around to see the dead." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, me and a couple friends. We're going to go, oh no, that wasn't Grateful Dead. That was Fish. Fish sucks too." I've lost the plot completely.
What just happened?
But yeah, he went and saw Fish a lot. Well, Fish and Grateful Dead are kind of interchangeable. It's not racism. It's weird white people. That's literally what it is. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Like, that's, you know, you got some middle-aged white people probably sitting on a beach or under an umbrella or something, sipping some fancy drink. This is what it is,
RGT about to get canceled.
Bro, I've said much worse on this show.
He has said some pretty bad stuff on here before.
No, crash test dummies are cool. Once there was this kid who... I once at work one day, every time something would happen, that's what I would do. I would sing like a song, like for like every customer, like, and he had some jeans on, and then he had a flannel shirt. It helped cover up his body. I love that song. That's such a good fucking song. That's not the worst song of all time. It's fucking great. And then the Weird Al one is good too, because he talks about how the dude got his dick chopped off. Who's that? John Bobbitt. And Mr. Sunshine was not there. They couldn't quite explain. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Go now. I'm gonna go listen to that song. Oh, Peter Gabriel's cool though. Shock the Monkey's a classic.
Gosh.
All right. Thank you to everyone who came through. Thank you to everyone who is a channel member. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for all the awesome questions. Thank you to my esteemed panel of Evan, Rand, and I guess John too. Make sure you check out Rand's channel.
Definitely me. Let's
get him to 100K. Thank you, of course, to the legend Corey McIntyre. I mean, words can't. Fish fan 77 with $1.99. F off RGT. Fish rocks. Go pound salt. Hey, if it's good for you, then it's good for me. All right, we'll see y'all.